the streamer. In just 2 days at the LA Stadium, the urban streaming revolution with all your favorite streamers will descend upon the city of Los Angeles to take over the weekend. The reporter's words made Gabriel stop as his parents watched the television. "How was school, son?" his father asked. "Boring as usual," he said before sitting down on the chair across from them, his eyes still glued to the screen. "Well, only a year left of middle school after this and you'll be a freshman," his mother said. "And I promise you, won't nothing be boring about that," Dad added. "There are still a few tickets available online starting at the price of $500, the reporter continued as she stood outside the empty stadium. "Yes, we know it sounds steep, but well worth it for the chance to meet your favorite celebrity streamer." A montage of many of the famous faces that were set to perform appeared on screen. Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, DDG, to name a few, before Gabriel's favorite P Crewza, a popular 19-year-old streamer known for his pranks. Though Crewza had only achieved stardom during the COVID epidemic, he had since become a near billionaire, rivaling the finances of even Mr. Beast. "Mom, can we get— you know we ain't got no $500 to be giving them people," she interrupted. He looked over to see his dad, who also nodded, and after which knew it was no use and retreated to his empty room. T-Knight placed his royal oak watch in its case before putting them beside his red and gray Yeezys. As he continued to pack, he picked up his iPhone 16 Pro Max to answer. "Hey T," his agent Gloria Kent said. "Hey, what's up? Just wanted to let you know I just arrived in LA and everything is still a go, although I had to change your Airbnb to Calabasas instead of Beverly Hills due to the owner having an issue with streamers renting it out. Is that okay?" "It's whatever." "Okay, you're still set to leave tomorrow morning. Are you packed?" "Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Erica in the other room packing too." "Okay, just make sure you guys aren't late. I know how she takes forever with her makeup." They both laughed before she asked, "And what about P Crewza? Are you both staying together or—" "Nah, ain't heard from him, but you know he be busy and shit." "Yes, well, rehearsal's tomorrow night, so as long as he makes it to that, then we should be good. Still have to hash out the Q&A segment with you two and the audience." Erica's head lay on T's chest in their double king-sized bed later that night. "You sure you got everything?" he asked. "You know how you left your MacBook and had to buy a new one last time?" "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. I thought my boots wouldn't fit, so I just put them in my carry-on." "Are those the ones P got for your birthday?" Yeah, I think," she said after pausing for a moment. "Those dope. That was like a week before the house party, right?" I think so. That was the last time I seen him." "Didn't he give you like a new Range Rover last year for yours?" she asked. "Hell yeah," T smiled. "You heard from him?" "I texted him earlier after he posted another prank video to see when he was flying in, but he ain't respond." "No," she replied, shaking her head. "You tried to hit up his brother, oh?" "Oh, Crewza? Nah, but I remember he posted he was gone to be MIA for a little bit. Plus, gotta get his number. I'm sure everything's straight though. Like I told Gloria, he probably busy."
The next morning, T and Erica walked past the rush of the crowds at LAX and toward baggage claim. Before they had even located their belongings, Gloria arrived. "Hey, we're parked right outside," she said, pointing toward the large black sedan, ignoring the airport security at the entrance. "How was the flight?" "The seats in first class were a lot smaller than I'm used to," Erica replied. "Oh my god, so the lineup is crazy," Gloria stated, as the sedan whipped in and out of stop-and-go traffic, utilizing the carpool lane as the driver saw fit. T came closer for a better view of her laptop. "Oh shit, is that Jazzy Guns?" Erica asked. "I used to love watching her play late at night." Gloria nodded. "Yeah, and Abunix will be there also, as a matter of fact. I think she's arriving in a few hours. Just about every streamer in America will attend." "What did P say?" she asked, turning her attention back to T. "I spoke to his manager and he said that no one has been able to get a hold of him. He still ain't respond back, but I'll hit him up again." "Please do. He is the main event, and you guys' segment will get eyes on you from a lot of people who would never know you existed. He absolutely must be here by rehearsal so we can minimize mistakes." "Fesho," he said, opening his phone, while Erica took selfies. Hours later, T opened his phone yet again and waited. By now, he had sent multiple messages, his last at 4:30 being, "Hey bro, rehearsal starts at 5. Not sure if you're even in the city, but they're asking about you. Get back to me when you can. Hope you good." As he sat in the middle of the stadium with many others, T looked at the many curious faces who paced around. He had been asked several times by numerous people where P was, unable to answer. Despite this unwanted attention, he couldn't be upset. Both streamers started out together during COVID, except P's personality allowed fans to gravitate to him much more. Although T had garnered a significant following thanks to his streaming partner, he was viewed as someone who would forever live in his shadows. "Where the hell is he?" the event's producer stormed over and asked. "Man, I don't know. Who the hell you talking to like that?" Both men stood nose to nose. "Listen," the producer began. "We're wasting fucking money waiting on your goddamn buddy to show up. I won't have my fucking job." "Wait! Hold on. Calm down," Gloria said, rushing over just as T's hands began to ball up. She positioned herself between them, while what seemed like everyone else paused and stared. "Yeah, you need to calm your ass down," T said before Gloria placed a hand on his shoulder. "Listen, we're trying to get in touch with P Crewza as we speak. He hasn't responded." The producer's eyes widened. "I don't give a shit what you were trying to do. I needed him here hours ago. He's the main fucking event." "Aye, bruh, you need to calm down for real," T said, taking a step around Gloria toward him. "Is there a problem here?" A security guard, followed by 4 more, approached and asked. As they stood, T's mind drifted back 3 weeks to the last time he spoke with the megastar in person. Yo, so thanks for staying with us," T spoke into the camera as other streamers lounged nearby. "If you just now tuning in, this the house party / sleepover brought to you by the Hita Crew. We got all your favorite streamers, and stay tuned for the wet t-shirt contest, special guest, India Love," he continued, smiling as the numbers went up. They were in the bedroom at a mansion in Atlanta, booked long before by Gloria. Although T started the Hita Crew, his friendship with P Crewza made P's membership more or less unofficial. "Where who at?" one streamer named Brewski asked. "I don't know. Who you talking about?" T asked while rolling a blunt in front of the keyboard. "See?" Brewski pointed. T's eyes followed his finger to the live chat. "Yo, where Crewza at?" one asked. "Oh, he had to use the bathroom, y'all," T answered. "He must have had to take a big shit," a viewer joked. "Yeah, probably. We had Mexican delivery earlier," T said. "You ain't at a window outside that bathroom?" Brewski asked. "Yeah, why?" "Bruh, we can sneak up and spray him." T looked at the Super Soaker water guns underneath the table. "The one he in on, like the second floor, though." "I think I saw a ladder in the garage," Brewski said. Before long, T, Brewski, and the other streamers, along with the main camera crew, snuck behind the home. Against the wishes of the producers, both T and a cameraman managed to ascend it. Arriving at the top, the cameraman focused in on the closed window. "Yo, chat," T began. "What happens in the sleepover stays in the sleepover." He grinned while aiming the water gun at the window with one hand and placing his other at the bottom. Then, as fast as he could, he threw the window up. Just as he began pressing the trigger, he stopped, nearly collapsing as the water gun crashed to the ground. After regaining his composure, with help from the cameraman, he could hear the rumblings below as the crowd reacted to the chat's comments. Instead of P Crewza on the toilet, T saw Crewza kissing Erica, who was pressed against the wall, while another cameraman recorded from the shower. All 3 occupants stopped and looked back when the window slammed open. "What the fuck?" T said, eyes widening. "Oh, shit," someone yelled from below. "Babe," Erica said. "No, listen, it was..." "Nah, man," T said, shaking his head and descending the ladder. Just as he made it to his car, Erica, P Crewza, and the camera team stopped him. P Crewza explained that he had convinced Erica, who thought it was a good idea, to kiss. It would play out as an "it just happened" scenario, and they would release it that week, and she would have to explain to her boyfriend that it happened. They also said they would have told T beforehand, but P Crewza thought it was the perfect time, and she agreed. So they agreed they would tell him later that night after the sleepover. "Bro, nothing's going on between us, man," P Crewza said. "If that were the case, the camera wouldn't have been there." "You know I only want you, babe," Erica said, trying to hold his hand. "Bruh, see, look," P Crewza said, holding out his phone. "We already made 20,000 in the last 2 minutes, just from that one clip alone." "Bae, I promise," Erica continued, just as the cameras did. "It didn't mean anything. It was only for the views." After a few drinks and many apologies that night, T forgave them, much to the dismay of the viewers. The sleepover continued until around 4 a.m. when everyone left. That was the last time he saw P Crewza in person, although he had posted multiple images and videos on social media and YouTube. He even spoke with him a week before on the phone to confirm he was coming, which he said that he was. T snapped out of the memory before focusing back on his agent. No, Gloria responded, attempting to wave the guards off. "Everything's fine." "The hell it is," the producer said. "I'll tell you both this," he continued, pointing. "If he isn't here by the final brief at 5:30 in the morning, I'm suing both you and you for millions. I swear, I've never worked with so many incompetent people in my life," he ended, walking off. "T, I'm not sure what we're going to do," she looked at him and said. "Babe, what the hell was that dude's problem?" Erica said, running over before looking at Gloria, who shook her head and looked downward. Finally, after gathering herself, she said, "Look, that guy basically runs the entertainment industry out here, and his family owns half of Miami's business. If he sues us, no one will ever want to work with us again. That, and we'll lose possibly all of our sponsors." "I mean you, my agent. What should we do?" T asked. She looked away for a moment before back saying, "Look, let me see if we can figure out what's going on. You guys are still in individual segments, so it's not a total loss even if he can't make it. I gotta make some phone calls, so I'll let you know, but give me a heads up, T, if you hear from him," she ended before leaving. The crowd gathered at the gates, the stadium becoming more packed than expected. Both T and Erica walked hand in hand, doing interviews along the red carpet that aligned the stadium. "How has your newfound fame treated you two as a power couple?" a TMZ employee asked. "Oh, I think it's helped us grow," Erica replied, to which T nodded, saying, "Yeah, for show." "Hey," Gloria said, rushing over, causing the two to turn their attention toward her. "What's up?" T asked. "We still can't get in contact with P Crewza. Tell me he's on his way." The couple shook their heads. "Nah, we both texted him," Erica said. "I think something might be wrong, so after this we go and head out," T added. "That's the thing," Gloria began before being pushed aside from behind. Looking to identify the culprit, she shuddered when seeing the faces of not only the event's producer, but the owner of the stadium as well. "I told you what would happen if he wasn't here," the producer said. "This is Vincent Talley, the owner. I had to explain to him just now that our main attraction, whom you promised would be here, is MIA. Gloria looked at the producer before turning her gaze to Vincent. "Mr. Talley," she said, "as the agent for the Hida Boys, we can't express our regret enough for the unprofessionalism shown by our client." "Oh no," Talley interrupted. "You must take accountability for this egregious lack of foresight. Over 30% of the attending fans said that the main draw was P Crewza, and he nor his team are the ones who declared his attendance. You did, Ms. Kent." She looked away to T for a moment. How many more engagements do you and your team have for the remainder of the event? The producer asked. I'm not sure, she said, pulling out her phone. Let me check. No need, the producer said, watching her search her screen before looking up, mouth agape. We at the Coliseum, although we appreciate your fame and what little you have done for our organization, would have to ask you to leave. And please, do not attempt to book your group for any shows for the foreseeable future. Her mouth remained open, eyes twitching, before Tally nodded and the two turned to leave. Not long after, as their personal cameras remained rolling and the chat went wild, a group of large security guards arrived at their location. We gotta ask you to leave, the leader said while his team hovered above the three. I can't fucking believe this, Gloria said. This has never happened. Shit, I don't see why we gotta get kicked out 'cause this nigga ain't show, T said. I'm suing his ass for double the amount they sue us, she mentioned. Oh shit, T-Knight and Erica Bonnet got kicked out, a fan yelled as they passed. Others gathered, following them through the crowd to the exit, right before they reached the gate. Once they could see the other members of the crew also being escorted toward them, the infinity screen lit up. Everyone looked up to see no other but P Crewza. Hey yo, that's him right there, T said, pointing. The question is, where the hell is he at? Gloria replied. So look, P began, his voice the only sound in the entire stadium. Y'all probably wondering why you ain't seen me and all that, but first, and this is to the fans, I just want to extend my hand, he continued, putting out his hand. To the fans. I wouldn't be nothing without you. We wouldn't be nothing without you. I owe everything to you. Stop playing. The fans roared as T looked on. P paused, looking down for a moment, before back up and into the camera. Look, I got a confession. The audience looked around at each other. I gotta tell y'all the reason, why I'm not there. Gloria, T, and Erica looked at each other. Then, the screen went black, causing a gasp in the crowd. Was this a malfunction? Many wondered before it began to fade in again, but this time it wasn't P Crewza. Although they were wearing the same clothes Crewza had on before, it was another popular streamer, his brother, O Crewza. O looked up before taking a breath and saying, I gotta tell you something. No one knew what was happening. The truth is, he continued, my brother Perry, well, y'all know him as P Crewza, passed away around 3 weeks ago in a car accident. It was the same night he did that sleepover. Well, the morning after. Erica pulled back, causing T to realize he had been holding onto her wrist too tight. Guess he was too tired and fell asleep on the road, O said, his tears beginning to fall. Anyways, y'all know how my brother is or was, stubborn and all that shit. If he said he wanted to drive, wasn't nobody but the police stopping him. O paused for a moment and looked to the right of the screen. I see a lot of y'all still confused, saying he posted a prank video yesterday and shit. Apparently, he was reading the live chat just like everyone else. By now, this live stream had already amassed more than 3 million viewers. Yeah, I mean, all y'all know my brother was a workaholic too. He got videos stacked up till next year, so I just put that one out. If you want to know how we kept it a secret for so long, that and AI, like for T-Night, you was talking to me, not my brother. I was just using his voice. T's eyes widened. But that's the same for everybody else, and if you want to know why, well, it's just 'cause our parents wasn't ready to tell the world yet, so they left it up to me. I guess I figure I couldn't hide it any longer, so here it is. The stadium remained quiet before whispers soon came ringing in, which turned out an uproar of chatter among the many voices that stood covering both the field and stands as news reporters scrambled with their teams to somehow make communicable sense of the situation. Then came the cries. It was as if the world wept as the grass grew wet under everyone's feet. T did his best to console Erica, who shook with anguish while Gloria disappeared with her phone amidst the crowd. Around the same time, Gabriel, who had just witnessed the news live, was in a near-total state of shock as he surfed the internet for more information. As the minutes passed, he landed on Twitter. RIP posts everywhere. Top story of the decade. The biggest shocker in social media history. Everyone was talking about it. I did it for my brother, O posted. Hope y'all forgive. Gabriel scrolled down. Man, I wish we could have had one more conversation, T wrote. You'll always be in my heart, Erica posted. After scrolling down a few more posts, Gabriel stopped when he saw another famous streamer, Isley Bennett's post. Isley and P had a notable beef beginning months before his passing. Rest in piss, bitch, he posted with a laughing emoji. Smoking that P Crewza pack tonight, a fan added. Gabriel looked away before turning off the computer. Gabriel, his mom yelled from outside. Time for dinner. The boy pushed the chair back with his legs before sauntering out the room, closing the door behind him.